Jay, all right. I want to see all those three elements: prosciutto, veal, and cheese in perfect harmony. What do you think, Jay?
I think it looks great.
I think you're wrong. I think it looks perfect. Jay, love the cook on the saltimbocca. You nailed it. My concern was it going to be too salty. The salinity from the prosciutto did its job. It carried all the way through the veal. Great job with that.
Thank you.
Beautiful flavor throughout your ragu. All the vegetables are cooked perfectly. The peas, the fiddleheads, and the truffle's a nice touch. But I would love to see a little bit more butter, a little bit more richness in that sauce. It has a lot of lemon juice, which is a good thing, but it also needs to have some balance to it.
Yep.
And it needed more time. It needed red wine. It needed to be cooked down a little bit more. That would have attributed to the color being a little bit more vibrant. But let me tell you, you got a lot going on in this dish that's making me happy.
Jay, it's a gorgeous entree. It's a sort of comfort food type entree because of the veal saltimbocca, that oozy cheese, that crispy pancetta around it. But then it also has the elegance of these fiddlehead ferns and these peas and these morel mushrooms that just scream spring. Some of my peas have gone a little brown gray. They've been blanched a little too long, but listen, I think it's an incredibly unique dish. I think it absolutely tells your story. Very nice job.
Thank you.
The flavors are exquisite. It's hearty. It's you, and the profile is incredible. Here's the brilliant issue on this plate. That prosciutto is very salty, so it has that danger of making the dish salty. But the seasoning is absolutely spot on. It's you on a plate. That's the most exciting thing about everything you touch. I really get to understand it's you. Thank you.
Good job, Jay.
Ivy, can you please bring up your entrees?
Even though my appetizer was not the best, I feel really confident about this round.
Thank you.
Because I took a very boring protein and brought it to MasterChef quality and higher.
Ivy, can you please describe your dish?
Tonight I have made glazed hanger steak with butternut splash 2 ways, fried Brussels sprouts, and an herb sauce.
Ivy, I don't need to tell you that a lot is riding on the temperature of this hanger steak. And it is unforgiving, and it needs a lot of aggressive seasoning. So I am hoping that this is cooked and seared the way it should be. It's gonna be good, right?
Yes, I will.
Promise?
I promise.
With a pinky?
Pinky.
The cook on the hanger steak is not perfect. It's beyond perfect. Ivy, so well done. The sear is right there. There's tons of seasoning. It really is carrying throughout the hanger steak. I love that. The herb puree, it's really interesting. It's flavorful, it's creamy, it's herbaceous, and it's a fresh element. And then your butternut squash and the Brussels sprouts, smart choices. This dish is so crafty. It is so well thought out. For me, I think if there's one thing that could have been done different and elevated is the butternut squash batons. Hit them with some cinnamon or a little bit of chili powder. Make them a little bit more interesting because they are front and center on your dish. But overall, what a performance. Unbelievable cook on a very tricky steak, which is the hanger.
Thank you.
Ivy, it's stunning. The cook on that hanger steak is gorgeous. The sear on the hanger steak shows the confidence that we're looking for tonight. You had your 2 cast iron pans on, and you got it to the gorgeous medium rare that hanger steak demands. But where my palate is left wanting is in that acidity. whether it's in the herb sauce, whether it's zested over the top of these vegetables. I think that for me is the one bridge that I'm missing in taking a stunning entree into a perfect entree tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ivy, it's bloody delicious. The temperature inside is just spot on. It's a chef's dream when you have a protein cooked this beautifully. But that herb puree is breathtaking. But when you have something as delicious, unctuous, rich, smooth as that, you don't need a sauce. Because you've got the herb puree, butternut squash puree, and then butternut squash. So you don't need 3 or 4 wet items on a plate to lift to hang a steak. It's that good. So, what do I want from this dish? I want a nice glass of Merlot. I want the lights down. And right now, I want to be left alone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Malia, Che, Ivy, please head back into that kitchen and get amped and get ready for your final course. Yes, sir. Thank you.
What an incredible, amazing trio of entrees. But this is about that trajectory across those 3 courses. We're 2 down, and let me tell you, Ivy, Che, and Malia right now have 1 hand each on that trophy. Let's see who can impress with the desserts.
Yippee, yippee, yippee.
Malia, Che,
Yippee.
and I